Howdy folks, OGB here. In this video I'll be going over the edit mode feature that is coming to Classic WoW with the release of the Burning Crusade servers coming this year. If you aren't familiar with edit mode and how it works, it is a tool built into the game that allows you to customize your user interface. It's very similar to the add-on Bartender, and it can be accessed by just pressing the escape button and going into the menus and selecting edit mode right here. And as soon as you click it, all this stuff will pop up and you can highlight any of these different frames and then click on them to bring up the option panels. And yours will actually show up like this at first. You'll want to click this expand options button, and then you can see more stuff. So like my party frames and my raid frames, they're actually overlapping right there. Now I can see the party frames, and if I click them, this is where use raid style party frames now exists. It's no longer going to be in the interface options, it's actually in your edit mode. So we'll select that because that's the way that I like mine. And then we'll just move it over here so that I can do my raid settings next. And this is also where we can mess with the width on the raid frames, the height. We can separate or combine groups. We can change our raid size and have different presets for each size. We can turn the border on and off. So it's not quite as in-depth as some of the add-ons are, but definitely serviceable. It meets the basic function of what it should do. Focus frame is there, not a lot of options for it. Target frame, we can put the buffs on top and change the size. Player frame, we can change the size. And pet frame, we can change the size. Similar options with the chat frame and the minimap. Now we also have the cast bar down here. We can lock it to the player frame or not. That actually moves it all the way up here. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Well, the other thing is the grid. So you can have the grid on so you can actually see where it will snap to when you place something, or you can just turn off the snapping. I like it because it helps me center everything nicely. Go ahead. Okay, let's look at action bar 1 because this is another important one. There's some extra stuff on action bar 1. And not only does clicking it bring up the menu where you can change the orientation, the number of rows, and how many buttons it actually has, the icon size. You can see it getting smaller and larger right there. This is also the bar that is tied to your Blizzard art and your little scroll bar here. So it's the only one that you can select to enable or disable those things. Hide bar art is right there. It's gone now, and hide bar scrolling gets rid of those little arrows. Now we also have the menu down here, which just has some basic options. The bag bar, which has essentially the same. You can adjust the padding on it, which is nice. You can make them farther or closer together. Farther apart, closer together. I like mine nice and tight. And then the experience bar, which you really don't have much to do with. Okay, so what are the other interesting things we can do here. We actually have a layout selection, and I have another paladin that I've already set up a UI on the Alliance side that I can import the setup from him to this paladin quite easily with this system. So all I have to do is go up here, click PTR, and switch to it. And now all my stuff is moved around. My action bar is right here. It has less buttons, and I have a completely different UI. And it's not just your own account that you can share these setups with. You can go down here, you can copy to your clipboard, and then you can import. Very similar to how WeakAura's importing works. Give this layout a name, BTR2, click import, and now I have it saved. Okay, so now here we are back on my original Paladin. This is the one that I imported that UI from. I didn't have everything put on the bars on the Horde Paladin, so I just wanted to show kind of what it looks like. This is how I have everything set up for myself on the PTR. And there is one other function of edit mode that I haven't discussed yet, and that is the quick keybind mode. So when you click on an action bar, the menu pops up for it, and you have this button right here, quick keybind mode, that allows you to set all your binds relatively quickly and easily. And it's basically the same exact function from Bartender. All you have to do is enter quick keybind mode, just like that. Now you are in your keybind mode, and anything you mouse over, you can change the keybind for. So let's just say 1 and 2 down here. I'm gonna make this 2, and this one is now 1. That simple. Maybe I want to just get rid of the keybind. I mouse over it and I press escape. Boom, no keybind. Now let's make them 1 and 2 again. Super easy, super simple. I have noticed that some things like Shift, Alt, and Control modifiers don't seem to be working with certain buttons. I've submitted bug reports for that, so hopefully it'll all be fully working. But even without, you should be able to still just go set those binds with, through another means like an add-on or going into the menus. Here's a little bit of footage showing me switching between the different setups I have, just so you can see how quick and easy it is to go from one to the other. Overall, I think this is actually a W change for Blizzard. They've been getting a lot of negative feedback lately from some of the other things that are going on the PTR or just in general with the boosting changes. But this one is actually good, so credit where credit's due. The edit mode seems to be working pretty much almost perfectly, and I like it. It fits classic, it works. That said, OGB out.